All right, so let's be real. Creating a legacy is not something most of us think about very often.
You're not thinking about that every day?
You know, I'm not, but maybe I should after this segment.
Experts say, though, thinking about how you would like to be remembered and establishing long-term goals, that can actually have really meaningful benefits for you as well as your children. Life coach and author Elizabeth Pearson joins us now. Elizabeth, it is so good to have you here.
Thank you for having me back.
So I think, as Morgan alluded to, legacy is such a big word, right? And that's not really how a lot of us see our lives, our families. But talk to us about translating that to a more everyday concept that we can grasp.
I think it's great. Whether you have kids or not, it can be great to start your day with an intention. And if you have a big anchoring long-term goal or a legacy, if you will, it can be really great at shaping your day and the small interactions that you have throughout the day. And it's great to have a good dialogue with your kids around it as well. Like my daughter will have a goal to pick up 5 pieces of trash today or say hi to 10 new people. So I think those little things add up into building a legacy.
What are the benefits of even having a legacy? And I do want to make sure that we're sort of expanding this conversation, because sometimes when we think of legacy, we think of kids. Lots of people have full, beautiful lives without children. So how can we consider them building a legacy or leaving an impact?
Yeah, I think it's really great. I think it's awesome to start in doing a little exploration about your lineage and some of what your grandparents or your ancestors did. I don't know about you, but that is really inspiring to me to understand where I came from and things that they did. And that embeds memories into me, into my children, that can really see you through days that might feel a little bit hard. If you say, well, great-grandma came from this country and started, you know, something from nothing, it can be really inspiring and it can motivate you. So I think it's really important.
Oh, I kind of love that, like a nod to your history and your past and the generations that came before you. And I think you're also alluding to tradition, right? Talk to us about the value of tradition in a family.
I think tradition is huge, and I don't know, it does feel like maybe it's slipping away. Maybe we're just kind of sleepwalking through the day and checking boxes and to-do lists. But if you really take a look and you say, okay, what is our intention? What are the traditions that we're building around having this legacy? It can force you to have conversations that maybe you're not having currently. And with that, I think it can bring you a little bit closer to your existing family members and ultimately get more out of life.
I love what you said about bringing it closer to your existing family members. What are some of the other benefits psychologically, mentally, to even building upon these traditions, to even, you know, making it a practice?
I think it's great. There's actually, I don't know if you guys are familiar, there's a platform called Storyworth, and you can actually write out, it's almost like a diary that you can leave behind and you can share with your family. So we've done this. It's a great Father's Day or Mother's Day gift for grandparents, and we started reading those stories to our children, and it really does kind of bridge this connection from where they came from into what they want to do. And if they knew grandma was a good cook or grandma did this, it's like, oh, maybe I would be a good cook too. And then they start grasping hold of some of these new passions that they have, which ultimately we want our kids to like align their jobs with their passions, right? So it can be a wonderful way to kind of like bring awareness there.
And quickly before you go, we talk about people who don't have children, but maybe they are godparents or aunties or just mentors in general. How important is that to leave, you know, an impact on that community, that greater community?
I think you really are going to get a lot of return on investment if you invest in your community and if you're that great auntie or something like that. So look outside, see who else you can help. It doesn't have to be somebody at work. It can be somebody right in front of you.
Life coach and author Elizabeth Pearson. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And stay with us. You're watching NBC News Daily. Much more news ahead.